So I've been asked my thoughts and opinions regarding a pretty controversial, to say the least, tank post that went they went way past the line. And so I know a lot of people watch my videos in the background, and so I'll speak what was said in the tweet verbally in a moment. I'm gonna have it on the screen though if you want to just read it. I will speak it verbally in a moment, but the sad truth is many people want to say that this kind of post is from kids, but reality is that this is likely from some grown-up guy that should honestly know better. Now, whether this is real or fake, this particular scenario is one that I personally, myself, have encountered a plethora of times in the past. When you have spent whatever disgusting amount of hours that I have in a particular game, 14, WoW, whatever, you tend to see pretty much almost everything for better and worse. My concerns about making this video is that, yeah, people have asked me my honest thoughts and opinions, but I try and keep it as real as I can on this channel, and sometimes it really sucks for me. I think that it's important to be very honest with this, because I mean, I can be fake and be like, oh my god, I'm gonna say some catty thing, but that's not how I feel. But because I don't feel that way, I'm kind of worried that ironically enough is going to make people mad at me, because they're just like, pull out that zinger, oh my god, snap, slay. That's not how I function. Now I'm gonna try and read the tweet, and you can skip the read aloud, there's gonna be timestamps, and so to read it out, the tank is like, healer, what are you doing? The healer is like, oh, what? The tank is like, I said, why didn't you heal me? The healer replied, saying, I did, but you kept taking Vuln stacks, move out of the AoE. The tank then said, that isn't my job, and that isn't what I asked. I take damage, you heal. Simple as. Oh guys. Okay, I need to break up the reading just to say, because people want my genuine opinion here, and just off of this line, if you ever feel the need to say something, never say this kind of stuff in a video game. Anyone that says this needs to seriously step away from the computer. And that's not me trying to be condescending. A lot of people will be like, oh my god, you're making fun of mental health. Absolutely the absolute opposite of what I'm saying. I think definitely, and through personal experience, if you feel the need to be this condescending or nasty to someone in a video game, you genuinely need help, in my opinion, and just through life experiences that I have seen, whether you're being condescending in real life or something, you should talk to someone that is an actual trained person that is actually trained and licensed to help you. And that is sure as hell not someone on a random video game, for the record. Just this condescending or nasty kind of stuff is just, I don't get why people get all holier than thou and weird, especially in a video game. I don't even get it when people are talking about rating, and there's so many elitist little circles. It's a video game. Calm down, Suki, this ain't an ER, you aren't doing rocket science or being published in a scientific journal or whatever. It ain't that serious. I will never understand this kind of attitude and kind of pretentious trash and ego in a video game. Being very real, it just ain't that serious, bro. And that is, for the record, coming from me, and I love Final Fantasy XIV so much, and I've said, Final Fantasy XIV has saved my life, and I made this channel explicitly to help and engage the community. I don't even have a damn Patreon, because I'm legit here to help the community, and because I want to be. Although, not gonna lie, with server costs, which have definitely gone up a lot, that would help a lot, but sorry, I digress. But I cannot emphasize enough that at the end of the day, this is a video game. It ain't that serious, bro. But back to the reading, though, I just hate that in general. I think it has no place here. So the healer was then like, what? And the tank says, apologize. The healer's like, for what? The tank is then, for not healing me when we're not going anywhere until you do. The healer is then like, I didn't do anything. The tank is like, that's right. Zed snap. You didn't do anything as I died. Say sorry. And for the record, they didn't say the Zed snap, but I had to. It's so catty. Who says this? If you feel the need to say this, maybe think about it and just don't. You're not on an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race right now, sir. This is a Wendy's, sir. What are you doing? Now, a third player said, just do it, let's go. The healer then does so and says, okay, sorry. The tank then goes on their high horse and says, for? This one is doing the most. This one is like a full telenovela. This should be on RuPaul's Drag Race. What the hell? And then the healer is like, And for the record, don't do this, guys. Why would you ever say this? But the healer is like, I'm sorry for not healing you. The tank is then like, and the healer is like, and what? The tank then asks, will it happen again? The healer is then like, I'm sorry for not healing you. It won't happen again. Can we pull now? I'm trying to laugh quieter. The text says, but yes, but you're, which is also spelled incorrectly, suspended from using damaging spells until I say so. And then on a new line says, I want you to remember this. I'm sorry. I just can't keep this together. What the hell? Like, this is comical. Okay, so I had to take a break because I couldn't stop laughing, guys. And so the main point is that we got a tough guy up in here. Someone is playing tank and taking out their damage on people that just want to finish a simple roulette. Been there, done that, seen this myself, been targeted by it myself. The guy is obviously losing his shit and getting all uppity over a video game. And like, listen, I have even seen like some streamers get up all in their ego, and I find that tacky. Like, remember that like $5 a month. Like, I just find that not good. I find that very tacky and classless. I cannot and will never really be able to actually respect anyone that gets all uppity and nasty in a freaking video game. Like, get real. In a video game, I can't do it. Like, what the hell? Just talking a little bit real here because I'm trying to just be like honest. Like, my past experiences, like I've literally worked in emergency rooms and long-term care wards where I've seen people wheeled in after a car accident many times. Like, maybe not like a ton of times, but I have definitely seen it quite a few times. I've seen neuropathic pain, like trigeminal neuralgia in people. I've seen the pressure that doctors are and really have always been under. Like, I'm also dating an actual doctor who does literal life-saving, impactful work. So no, I will never respect anyone that like pops off in a video game. Like, I can't do it. Like, that's why like, I'm thinking I should redo that recording because, like, that was my genuine reaction to, like, reading it. Like, I can't respect that. Like, that's too much. It's also one reason why, and I see it in the comments all the time, which is super complimentary. Like, I don't know, like, it's something that I'm like, it really is such a huge compliment to me when I read these comments. It's like some people come to my channel and are like, oh my gosh, you have no ego. And kind of like my perspective is, it's just like, I'm here for fun. Like, why would I have an ego? Like, I'm just trying to like help uplift everyone. It's just like, I'm not here for the money, I'm not here for like the fame, I'm not here for the ego stroking. I'm literally just here because I love this community so much. Like, this community literally saved my life in 2019, and that is like no BS. Like, that is like as real as I can get with you. So like, when I do see this stuff, and I don't care where it's from, and I unfortunately see it more often than I'd like across various platforms, I guess you've seen like my actual reaction to it. I'm trying to make sure that I don't laugh right now. But like, I cannot imagine how insignificant and small and compensating that you are to need to feel this kind of way where you feel the need to like put others down to like lift yourself up or something like that. Or just like this sort of toxicity or like ego tripping in general. I don't like it anywhere, but it's like especially insane when it's a video game. Like, I've dealt with like ego tripping professors, I've dealt with ego tripping researchers, I've dealt with ego tripping like medical professionals, ego tripping software developers, like, but in a video game, it's just even harder to take serious. It's hard to take serious in anywhere, but it's just like, really? It's like, this is where you choose to do that. That doesn't come from a place where I'm trying to be snarky. I'm just like, I just don't feel that it has any place in a video game. Like, I've been through some really bad stuff in my life, and like, I have so many stories I could tell, but even in my worst moments, I was never sad enough to do that kind of stuff to anyone else. I can't imagine how empty and sad you must feel to feel the need to do this to someone. Like, I empathize with this person that they might have some struggles. They might have had a horrible day. They might be going through some stuff. I respect that. I don't want people to think that I'm just waving all humanity to the side, because that's not how I function. As much as we might want to like demonize someone for this, people are multifaceted, there's just so many factors that goes into a person and generally how they present themselves, what they're doing and all that. And so it's not as simple as, oh, this person's a demon, but that's when they should go to seek an actual therapist to deal with their mental health. Other people playing a video game are just trying to seek comfort and kindness or an escape from reality, their own reality. And the sad truth is many people like want to say this kind of thing is like from kids, but reality is this is probably from some grown-up dude that knows far better, like, probably older than me, probably has a far deeper voice than me. Trust me, I hate my squeaky voice. But the main thing is like people on a video game, not only are they not qualified, not only are they not like licensed, but like they also don't need to deal with your stuff. When you are going ripping down other people, lashing out at other people and all this stuff, and like being like all that, being extra, being the one who's doing the most in the room, like full telenovela, no one wants to deal with that. And you need to take this to a trained and licensed therapist. Random people in a video game are not trained or able to properly help anyone in this situation. So those are my thoughts. And generally speaking, I keep my thoughts in a situation like that to myself because I am a grown adult. Like, I understand that there's a filter. Now I'm a little nervous in saying my reaction because how I act in the situation will actually probably, unfortunately, upset many people. For me, I've grown up in a pretty conservative part of Canada as a gay guy, and some people might be like, oh, Canada's so much better. You might be surprised. So when people, and I think that this is actually the first time I've said it on the channel outright, is, to be frank, do you think that some mess on the internet can say something worse than what I have been through in person? I have stories that I could tell that would freeze someone's blood. Some random raging on me in a video game is cringy and weird. Like, calm down, it's not that big of a deal. I think because I've said I'm gay on my channel, some people worry that I'm fragile, that they're stepping on ice. Thin ice, oh my god, say something and he's gonna be upset. Oh my god, I'm gonna be triggered on, cancelled on Twitter because I triggered. And it's like the dumbest thing I've heard, because chances are I've heard what you think will upset me 1,000 times in real life from someone posing an actual physical concern, like a 6'5" man right up in my face. You know what I mean. I'm just keeping it real. One of those will make you soil your pants for a darn good reason. The other, it's some cringe stuff, like, what are you doing in my roulette being toxic? Like, get out of my face. So how I'd handled it is pretty much how I've always handled it in the past with internet shit. I'd say nothing. Absolutely nothing. At least not to the tank. If I was a bystander, like, listen, it's very much the opposite if it's like someone else. Like, if I'm a bystander, I'd tell the healer they're okay and like try and raise their spirits, because for someone who doesn't have a thicker skin, it can really hurt their feelings. And also, like, even my blacklist in game, I'll cut footage here, it's empty because I like to see what people say, but I just won't feed the trolls. But like, I could read what you're gonna say. I've never really understood the whole block mantra. It's just like, I want to see what you have to say. Like, I can see things and I can process them, and a lot of times some of the best criticism that has helped me advance my channel, that's advanced me through like getting through university, getting my multiple degrees and all that, has literally been very harsh. But through the harshness you can just crack that like nutshell or whatever, and then you get the goodness inside and you can take that message and actually do something with that. So do I block people? No, I don't bother with that. This gets to the idea that some people seem to think that you're somehow losing if you're not popping off back at them with catty remarks. I'm just gonna say it outright. Like, what would you gain? Like, I'm gonna ask you this question. What would you even gain if you somehow pulled out the most sick burns ever? Would you get likes and retweets on Twitter if you screenshotted it? Like, listen, I love my community and I love when people enjoy my content, but that's not them enjoying my content. The last thing that I want to circulate in my community is me saying some probably copy-pasted, said a billion times zinger in a video game chat. Oh, I'm such a badass now. Oh, I'm so cool. I said something to someone online that said something nasty. Oh, I'm a badass now. It changes nothing. It really does nothing. It is a complete waste of time and energy. And if anything, you are literally just feeding them the attention and energy that they are obviously, and I mean quite obviously, starved of. In 2021, does it make me like a boomer to say don't feed the trolls? Because I don't, like, that has been like a homage that we've been saying for like at least a decade. And I'm not gonna give my limited time and my actually very limited energy, especially these days between funerals and burying friends and family members and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna give my limited energy to that kind of person. Like, for someone that is doing this, for someone that's doing that kind of thing, you don't deserve my time, you don't deserve my energy. Instead, I'm gonna pump that same time and energy through my own community, because, like, listen, I can drink all the caffeine I want, but at the end of the day, I need to choose where my own personal real life MP bar is spent, and I'm gonna spend that on love and my community and giving back to those who uplift me. And so that's how I'd handled it. And honestly, I recommend others to do the same or similar. Don't let someone monopolize your energy or time. Let go of that kind of stuff that you can't control, and it's not your job to do that. Like, things I do here is I just leave. I just leave. It's a video game, just leave. And like, if the guy turns into a waiting match, I'll just leave. Or rather, I'll wait and see. I just won't respond, I just won't engage. But if it turns into a waiting match, I will leave. I just have too many things as is to do and deal with in real life, and if some man baby is throwing a temper tantrum in an online game where the only place he should be is talking to a licensed therapist to get genuine long-term coping mechanisms and tools to actually help him, listen, that's not my job. I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm friends with practicing licensed therapists in real life that I've gone to school with. I am not one, and I can't help this kind of stuff. But yeah, kind of to cap off this video, because this is like over double what I had hoped it would be, is don't engage. Don't engage at all. If someone acts this way, it's not something that you are trained or licensed to handle. You will literally be blowing time and energy into the void if you try and be catty or witty. You're not going to gain anything. Take that energy, take that time, save it, and use it and invest it into those who love you for you.